how did you know Leland? You'll say, I knew Leland, not that, I worked for him. Just say, I knew Leland because I worked for him.
Yes.
Something like that.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
All right.
And I'll give you this.
Okay.
Good?
Yep.
And we are rolling. I just want to make sure. Oh, no. Oh, very good.
Okay. So Cicero, what title do you want underneath your name when it comes on the thing?
On my name?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you could say retired pastor.
Do that, or were you an employee of his?
Yeah, I was an employee here. Yes.
Okay, so which company was it for?
Peace Valley
Okay.
Enterprises.
So employee Peace Valley Enterprises?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
Now, just saying, because he was a pastor, do we want to
No,
eliminate
no.
the free beer sign behind him?
No.
You okay with that?
I'm okay. That's no no problem.
That's no problem?
No problem.
Yeah, you can't really see that on here, so,
No, it's in the background, but
Yeah,
just
no problem.
making sure.
okay.
Yeah, and we're good to go.
Okay, great. So, Cicero, tell me how you knew Leland Young.
Well, I worked for him for 18 years, and well, I'd say we were friends. Yeah, me and him disagree about a lot, but we always talked it out. And can I tell you a story?
Absolutely.
Well, one time me and him was talking about politics, and he said, "Well, Cicero, you need to vote." I said, "No, I'm not voting for that guy. I'm voting for who I want." Yeah, but I'm gonna cast you out. I said, "Well, my family is bigger than your family, and all mine gonna be Democrats. So I'm gonna cast all your family out." And we just laughed about things like that. But to me, he was a friend. Yeah.
What kind of guy was he?
Well, he's a people person. If he could get out here and argue with somebody, that he was satisfied. That's it. That was it. But he was good. He had a good heart. And if he hadn't, I wouldn't have stayed with him 18 years. Yeah.
What did you like best about him?
Well, he was truthful. He understanding. And me and him could get in this truck and ride. He never drove a truck. He wouldn't drive a truck, but he'd sit on the other side and just ride with you. And we used to ride all the way over to, he had a grove over in Hillsborough County, and he would just talk. And he'd just talk. And then we would stop and eat. And he was a people person, that's what I say. He could talk to people. Because he came up hard. He worked hard. He used to work for Evans up in Dade City. And then he had a grove up here called Scotty Grove. Scott was living in that grove at that time. And they asked us to come out there and hold the grove. So we was out there hoeing, it was hot. And so we got up under the tree and sat down, and he always drove an Eagle Scott car. And so he come driving in there, and I just got me back to horn. He said, "Boy, get up and go where I said, don't call me a boy." He never knew that word to me no more. But he was he's that type of guy. He could talk to him, you could call him if you needed him, he would come see about you. So I just said he was a people person.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you admire most about him?
He was truthful. And if I wanted to, I had to take off about 2 times a year because I was a pastor at the time. And I told him in the beginning what days I had to be off. When them days come up, he'll tell me, "Commander Gene, you know he ain't going to be here tomorrow." Or he got to go to this church. And so I could just go. He promised me something for 6 months, or he going to pay me. And so I come back and I said, "You ain't done what you said you were going to do." He said, "What I said?" I said, "You told me you were going to pay me on a salary." He ran there, "Commander Gene, we got to put him on a salary." And that's where it was. Yeah. You could talk to him, and he was understanding. And if he didn't understand, he'll tell you he didn't understand. And I don't think that's right, but I said, "If it's right with me, well, you're going to do it, but I just don't like it." He didn't hold nothing back. And I said that he wasn't prejudiced. No, he
wasn't at all.
No, he just was he was Leland Young. That's what it was. That's the way I feel about it. Yeah.
What do you think his greatest contribution to the citrus industry was?
knowledge, because he started a crew, and he was a crew leader. Then he was the guy that rode the grove and took care of all the crew. So he knew citrus from the flower, from the bloom to the plant. He knew it. He knew it. And a lot of people come by here and get knowledge that had big grove, but they come by here and ask Leland. You know, certain things. They didn't ask him, he asked Miss Young. Because she was the glue that hold this company together. Wanda Jean. She was it. Yeah.
She was quite a
Oh
woman.
no, she was a special woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, did he help a lot of people? He said that people come by and ask him for things. Did he help out?
Yes. That's the problem. Miss Young, if she didn't hold it together, he would have gave her everything he had. he was that type of guy, you know. He didn't want you to suffer, and he didn't want you to be in need. If he had it, he'd give it away. Yeah, he would. But, and you know, I learned lots from him. You know, if you bless, you be a blessing, God will bless you. Yeah, and that's why he was here. Last time I seen him, just before he passed, we was down in the restaurant together. I saw his head, and I remember when we talked. You know, so he go out there to eat breakfast every day, most 2 or 3 times a week in Bartow, and he was a blessing to a whole lot of people in this community. Leland Young, a whole lot of people in this community were blessed on account of him. A lot of them got an increase in life and monetary funds on account of Leland. Yeah, this bond got a lot of history in it.
Tell us a little bit about history.
Well, we had some parties in this barn where over 1,000 people was in here, in this place. Some of the governors would come through here, and the senators of Florida, we have big parties here, and who downs, and they have big fireworks out there, and it's just, this barn here got a lot of history. I mean, a whole lot of history, this place here. I seen so many people here you couldn't walk. And sometimes he had 2 of us. Scott would go out there and buy us tuxedos, and we would be serving. Me and another guy, his name was Jesse. We would serve the people in here drinks and whatever they wanted. That's our job. And I know so many people that, and I learned so many people come through here on account of Leland, and I was working for him. And I worked for him 18 years, and I got to be the foreman here. Yeah.
So how did you and Leland meet?
Well, we met, the first time I ever saw him was in Scottish Grove. I started working for him and didn't even know who I was working for. We was out there hoeing trees, and he come through there, hey boy, get up and go to work. I said, hey, don't call me a boy, I'm a man. But he said, preacher then. I said, you can call me a preacher, but don't call me no boy. He never knew that no more. And me and him laughed about it later, you know. But I know I've been, in my lifetime, I was mistreated a lot, and that's something I just didn't go for. So I was something I don't like, I'm gonna tell you. And so one day we was down there. Another thing I liked about Lee, he liked an old equipment, like that old truck right there, and he had a Chevrolet like that. And then all these big machines out here. I put one of them together. I think it was a 15 horse. It would come here in parts, and I put it together. He showed me, I didn't know. And we carried it down to frost-proof, not frost-proof, Zarfo Springs, where you used to have all the old antique parties in February. And so we was down there one day, and we had a guy to run the pump, So the man walked out. I didn't know black boys had, he said, don't say that. He was from Canada, you know. Because people come from Canada all over the United States, down there to Zarfo that time of year. All the old machines, they had some but no big in that, the small machine. But all of them run the same way. The pump, used to use them way back in sawmills and stuff like that.
The flywheelers.
Flywheel, yeah, that's right, yeah. Matter of fact, they have one out in Avon Park, they call it the flywheeler, I think. Yeah. But I don't know, you live with people, you work with them, and it's something, you just love them. And it got to be like that with me. Yeah, I love this family, all of them. I know when all these kids was born. Yes, I was here when all of them was born.
Good family. Was he a big family man?
Big family?
Was he a big family man?
Yes, he was. He loved his family now. Yeah. Yeah, he loved his family. Yeah. And them grandgirls were, oh my Lord, Savannah and the one in there, Lisa's daughter. And then Chelsea, that's Scotty's baby, Chelsea. Yeah. Yeah.
What is, if there's one thing you would want us to know about Leland, what would it be?
One thing, that he was a good man, he was a family man, and he loved what he do. He didn't do much, but he helped people, but he loved the antique, he loved the good things of life. He wasn't for all this, but like things is now, pathetic. He just was a family man, he was outgoing guy. Didn't dress up much, but he pair khakis and the shirt, and that he was satisfied. He didn't want to think. He never put himself that he was big. He just was a man that worked hard for a living, and he was blessed.
That's-
Yeah, he was blessed. Yeah. Yeah. I knew his mother. I used to go and sit and talk to her across the streets over there, and she told me one time, Cicessero, said, all the people that I know, said, you the only one the leader don't mess with. I said, now wait a minute, Mom, that's not true. No, leader is kind of scared of you. He don't bother with you. And I didn't get it, Of course, me and him always got to be, but I didn't hold nothing back from him, and he didn't hold nothing back from me. We have shed tears together, we hugged and kissed, and we just were friends. And the worst thing happened that I met him down there at the restaurant, eating breakfast, and then 2 weeks later he was gone and I didn't know it. Didn't nobody tell me because Lisa Scott didn't have my phone number at the time, and they had his funeral before I even knew it.
Well, that's tough.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well,
But he was a good man.
Yeah, he was. He was special.
He was. That's right. That's what I would say, special. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now, did you do any work with him on this new jet thing, or she just gave you the hat?
No. I hauled the material. I used to go up to a poplar and bring the foam down here to make this. See, I was here when this company was born.
Well, tell us a little bit about that then. Yeah.
Leland come up with this idea, and I found a piece of steel pipe about this big. It took me a half hour to get it on my truck, and I brought it. I was gonna take it home to make me a clothesline. And Leland come out and just saw that thing on the truck. Hey, I buy you a clothes. I give you some for clothes. I want that piece of metal. And he started this place over there in Lakeland on just time you cross the railroad track on the old 92. That's where he made his first plan at, and started making this new jet. And he come up with the idea, and he sat down there and draw it up just like he wanted. And there you see on that cap, that's the way the jet looked, just like on that cap. And I used to haul them to Vero Beach to a big plant down there. Wherever he wanted to go, I was carrying. And that company right there, he made a lot of money. Made a lot of money. And I must have been it started. And Leland come up with that idea to make that. Yeah. And then he kept it going about, I imagine, 6 or 7 years. Then somebody bought it out. Well, he sold it, But that was a good company right there. And then we started hauling dolomite and lime. And then they made me foam over the truck. We hauled it from Crystal River all the way down to Markley and Fort Miles and Naples and Sanibel Island. And we used to haul it all over. And on the East Coast, we had 6 trucks and 8 trailers. Yeah.
And how long did that last?
That lasted about 6 or 7 years until they sold out. They sold out to a company down in Arcadia. Sold the trucks, and before they sold the trucks, Miss Young got me a job to work for Boeing Brothers. So I never lose a day from work. I left here that Friday, went to work for Boeing Brothers that same Monday.
Now, is that Gilbert Bowen?
Gilbert, Bowen Brothers Trucking?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, did you know Gilbert at all?
I know Gilbert, he was in the company. He was the owner, but he wasn't in it.
So it was Jim and Arlene Shuford?
That's right.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
right. The Schufer. That's
Okay,
right.
I was
Yeah.
just curious.
'Cause I hope they'll. I used to work at their house out there, where southeast east of Cypress Garden. Is in that area at the time. Yeah, and but the office was right there in Runner Haven at that time. Yeah, but they done moved now. But I worked for them. I was a mechanic there until I got in this wasn't altercation. Yes, I did. He didn't want to wake us right through the summer, so I left. Yeah, but I stayed there and run that job for about 3 years at Bowen Brothers.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Now, back to the new jet. What did he use the steel for? What did he do with it, the steel piece?
The steel,
Yeah, what did he make? What did he do with the steel piece?
it made the casings for the foam to go in to make this jet. Uh-huh. And he took that piece of steel. I imagine that piece of steel would have cost him $3,000 or $4,000. But he saw it. I don't know. Leland had a mind for making things. You know, I don't know. It ain't because he had the skill, but he just had the mind. You know, some people, that's common sense. You know, I think if I do this and I do that, I think that'll work. And it did. And that's what made New Jet, Leland Young.
That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
Did he make other things that you're aware of? Do you remember anything else?
No, from that, all he wanted to do is play with them big engines out there. He don't want that. Every year we had to load them things up and take them down to Zarfo Springs every year.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything else you want to tell us about Leland before we go?
Well, he was the type of man, he would listen. He might not want to, he might not act like he would, but he would. One time we was sitting in the office and talking, you know, we had a lot of guys working here, doing citrus work, picking fruit and cleaning the groves and all. And Leland would always want to come out here and drink with him. You know, he'd go buy beer and drink with him. So one day I was sitting in the office there, me and him and Miss Young, and Scott always sat here in the back room. I said, Pop, you know one thing? Because I always called him Pop. I never called him Leland. I said, Pop, you know one thing? I said, you know what? You know why people don't want to respect you working for you? He said, why, Ro? Because he didn't call me Sippy, he called me Ro. I said, because you go out there and drink with them and act and cuss somebody and go on like that. I said, they don't respect you. Young looked over at me and said, Leland? That's all she said. From then on, about 3 o'clock in the evening, every day, Dudley Putnam, the old man, him and Leland would get together and they'll go buy their beer and they'll go out in the grove. Leland never drunk on this job no more. He just wouldn't do it. He'd just go out in the grove and they'll ride around and drink. You know, if I'm drinking with you every day, I don't respect you. You ain't got no authority. Me and you is just hooligans or something. So he stopped it. And I said, ain't that something? And one day, and this is the key for my life, because I'm 84 years old now. Me and Miss Young was sitting in the office, we were talking one day. She said, Cicessero, so you know what? You need to take a low-dose aspirin every day. I said, what, Miss Young? Yeah, you need to take a low-dose aspirin, because men get back to your age, you know, and don't take acid, they have a heart attack, they have high blood pressure, something like that. And I've been doing that for over 50 years. Every morning I take a low-dose aspirin. And I think that's the reason I'm still here, because my blood stayed, you know, I ain't never had a stroke. I never been in the hospital a day in my life. I'm just blessed with good health.
That's wonderful. That was really good.
But
that
you
did
know,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
But you listen, and she said she had studied up on it and found out that black men just that don't take their low aspirin, just they have problems and sickness as they get older. And so I ain't never been to a doctor. I got 70. Yeah. So I think that it was a blessing to me more than financial. They were friends to me. And when she was sick, I went to the hospital to visit her. Me and Scotty was up there. And so I had a lot of love in this place, a lot of history, a lot of things happened here that some things I'm not really even talk about, you know. But it was joyful. Yeah, yeah. I enjoy coming here to work every day. Yeah, they were good people, and Leland was a good man. And anything he get from now on in, although he gone, he deserves it. You can. I tell you one thing. Y'all can never overbless him. You can't do that. Cause everything he get in history, he deserved it. Cause he blessed so many people in his life, in his livelihood. Yeah.
Well, thank you, I think that's great.
Yeah,
It's,
he's been a blessing.
He is, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cicero, that's perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
So, I know you'll be